What's up, everybody, and welcome to a very special episode. This is a different, a different day. I'll be posting this on Tuesday. But anyway, this happened yesterday, actually, as I'm recording this. Right before I came on here, we got to 1,000 subscribers, so we finally made it. We're there. In fact, it was like somebody else has subscribed. It's 1,001, but anyway, I'm gonna wait just a couple days or so before I take off this graphic just to make sure, because every once in a while somebody will leave, or YouTube does a little cleaning process where they remove some of the non active accounts and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna leave it up there for just a little. Oh, there's another one, 102. Oh boy, we're really racking them in now. But anyway, so I wanted to show off the new work truck today also, and then we'll take a look at one more piece of equipment which we don't have enough money to buy yet, but if we get there by the end of the episode I might go ahead and buy it, I don't know. So okay, so this is the new work truck. This is a Ford F-250 crew cab, 4-wheel drive. I mean, it's a monster. I worked on this a good bit Saturday, trying to get the wheels to look right. I took they had these are some BF Goodrich all-terrain TAs. They had the white letters on the outside. I didn't like that, so I took those off. I tinted the windows, and the really cool feature is I was trying to find a truck that had a fuel cell in the back, in the bed, where I could go around and fuel up my vehicles, my machines and stuff. I couldn't ever find one that worked, and then I was chatting with D3 Machinery, which, by the way, if you haven't checked them out on Facebook yet, go over there. It's just a capital D and the number 3 space Machinery, and I'll try to have a link there in the description below. But D3 Machinery is putting out some pretty cool stuff. They got the what was it? I think it was a Kenworth truck with a log rack on the back and a self-loader thing on there. I haven't even checked it out yet. Haven't had time. I've been working on other stuff, but I worked a good bit on this truck trying to get it right, and I think I've just about got it. I mean, the only thing I think I want to do to it is well, the license plates. I want to try to change that. I worked on that some yesterday. I just blacked out the front one, but the back one I was trying to put like a custom license plate on there, and I mean, I just copy pasted something over the top of this one, so I thought it would be fine to export it out as a DDS, and add it in there. But when I added it in, it didn't look right at all, so I'm not sure what's up with that. But this is a really cool truck. I may go back and adjust the window tint just a little bit more, but see, the bad thing is the front windshield is also included with all the windows. So if I tint them all really dark, then the front's going to get super dark too. But I don't know, I may just leave it like it is. Okay, so the cool thing about this truck is whenever you get in the truck, the side steps will fold back up underneath and the mirrors fold out. That's really cool. Here, I'll show you if we can. It may not. Okay, well, I didn't catch it fast enough. But so if I hop out, you can see there goes the mirrors folded in and the side steps came out, and you can see there it goes. You can see it there. Comes mirrors come out and the side steps go back in. Now, the cool thing is about this is I downloaded this fuel tank thing from Blue Modding. They're on Facebook. Just type in Blue Space Modding, you'll find them. And somewhere a few days back they posted this little pack that's got this fuel cell, and it's also got a toolbox that acts as a repair, doing field repairs. But I want to use it mainly for fueling up machines out in the field. I don't really care too much about the repair. I'll haul them into the shop if I have to. But the cool thing is, I had to add an attacher joint to this truck, and I've never done that before. And again, D3 Machinery helped me out, so much thanks to Derek over there at D3. But so the way this works is you fire the truck up, and I'm just gonna kind of get lined up here. You back under this fuel cell, and you see I get the notification there to attach, so I'm gonna hit A on my controller, and when I do, the truck's actually gonna lift up, and then the fuel cell gets you know, attached in there, then the legs for this thing will disappear. So check this out. And you wait a second, see the legs disappear, so now I can go. And then you see if you, well, my excavator position thing is kind of in the way. But if I drive over here to the gas pump and start filling up, you'll see the little bar there come across and start filling up. And I'm not going to fill it up the whole way, just it takes a while to fill this up. I wish this was faster. Fueling up the vehicles is a lot faster, but this is very slow, so I'm just going to wait till about there. We'll get it half full, and I know we've got some vehicles out in the field that need some fuel. And you can see here that the suspension's a little mushy on this thing. I may go back and try to fix that, but overall this truck is super nice. I've been looking for a pickup truck for a long time now that wasn't full of errors, that the lights all worked good, everything works good. I haven't tried the horn yet. Alright, so it's got a wimpy horn, but besides that, everything works pretty good, it looks like. But let's go ahead and drive on out to our work site, and I'll show you how this fuel cell works. Yeah, I think the suspension's a little goofy, but I think if I can go in there and adjust some settings, I'll get it right. I don't really mind the fact that it's got a lot of bounce to it. It could be a little stiffer, but I don't like the fact that the cab rolls pretty good. But I'll try to get that fixed. But it's a nice truck. I mean, the inside's super nice, really detailed cab in there. All the dash, the radio, got the little, you know, touchscreen icons and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Oops. Yeah, going a little bit too fast. Yeah, the suspension, when it's mushy like that, it doesn't want to handle very good. Now the only thing that I may, well, something else I may fix on this is it looks like it doesn't have a trailer hitch on the back, but I bet I could add that in pretty easily. Just have to add an attacher joint. See, I'm okay with editing vehicles. I could probably never make one from scratch. I just don't have the time to learn Blender and all that. But taking a vehicle like this and adding some things to it, or taking away some things, or whatever, I can generally do okay. Oops. Yeah, so the suspension's getting me right here. It's just a little bit too soft. So I'm probably going to go in there and adjust the suspension a little bit, stiffen it up some. I'll probably look at the stock vehicle to see how it's set up, and then just kind of set something kind of halfway in between or something. So I think the stock vehicle's pretty stiff. And I don't mind that it's got a little give to it. I just don't. Let's see, am I even going the right way? Yep. It's a little further back here than I thought. Because, like, you know, whenever you load something in the back, it should squat a little or something, but like I said, I'm probably just going to go in and adjust the suspension to make it match more of the giant stock truck, and then maybe a tad bit more onto the soft side, just to where it does have a little bit of suspension give to it. And that's all just, I'm probably just all in the XML settings, I think. I don't see why I don't need to adjust much. Just adjust some numbers there. As you can see, it's really, suspension's really bouncing around on this truck. You know, I guess since I'm so far back here, I probably should have filled this thing on up. Boy, the suspension is bouncy. Yeah, and see, then I figured out how to add the logo on the side of the door there. I just kind of quickly made something to stick on there. Probably go back and redo that at some point. The tires do get dirty. I'm assuming the truck itself gets dirty because it's all got that, what is it, UDIM or whatever mapping in there. Supposedly, I saw it in there. I don't know. We'll see when the truck starts to get really dirty what happens. But I drove it around a good bit on the plantation yesterday. So if you follow me on Facebook, you probably saw the picture. Where I had the tires all dirty. You can see them starting to get dirty there. Okay, so let's see. I think this dozer probably needs some fuel. Yeah, it's a little bit down. I mean, it's not much, but we'll go ahead and do this. Okay, so I'm just gonna get it back over here on the dirt so I can show you how this works. Okay, so if you download this Northern Tools thing from Blue Modding, what you have to do is you have to have an attacher point in the back of the truck, which is super easy. And all I really did was I found a truck that Blue Modding did. It's a Dodge Ram 3500 dually, and it's just a empty transform group in the back of the truck, right about where the bed is, top of the bed there. So, and then you copy the code that's in the XML for the vehicle itself, the Dodge 3500. I just copied that over here and took out the parts I didn't need, and then it all works. But the way, okay, so the way this works, let me turn this F1 menu on. So you see, you have to get right over here next to the fuel tank. You see where it says start fuel pump. So I have to start that up. You can hear it. Okay, it's going. Alright, so now I'm going to grab the dozer, and you see this green box appeared next to the truck. And you drive the dozer or whatever vehicle into that green box, and it should say refill. You see there it says refill forwarder, but anyway, same thing. So I just hit my left joystick thing, whatever, so it's full, and you can drive off away from it and it'll stop filling up. So now we got the dozer full of fuel, and then we come back over here and stop fuel pump. So that's all there is to it. Pretty cool. But I really like this truck. You know, I'm not really a huge Ford fan. I think they are pretty cool trucks, these 250s. The F-150s I'm not too excited about, but these F-250s for some reason just look a little better or something to me. But I'd much rather, I guess, would have probably had a Chevrolet or a GMC or something like that. But I just really couldn't find a good one. But this truck right here, you know, it's got the crew cab and the long bed on and all that stuff, and it really looks to me kind of like what I would see out in the woods here around Louisiana on a forestry job. So that's kind of why I went with this. I was going to go with like maybe a bigger, you know, almost more of a semi-style work truck with a crew cab and a toolbox and stuff on the back, but I couldn't really find a good one I liked that was out. So I found this one. I thought it was pretty good. So this is going to be our new work truck. I'm just going to park this over here in the shade. Alright, that's going to be it. So, what do we need to do now? Okay, we've got some trees over here that still need to be processed. We got some pieces on the ground to be picked up. Looks like I just kind of left it right where it was. I don't have access to this lane. What is this thing talking about? Oh, you know what? Maybe I think this may be the first time that I've played this since I redid the farmlands and all. We may not own this. We sure don't. Well, I'll have to mod in some money and buy this tract of land that we're already cutting on. Yeah, I added the farmlands in later. So I'll have to mod some money and buy this plot of land before we can do anything with it, but that's okay. Here's a little secret for you anyway. If you've got the FDR fellow buncher, it'll cut the trees anyway. It doesn't matter if you own the land or not. Okay, well, yeah, since we made it to 1,000 subscribers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait probably another day or two just to make sure that we're going to stay over 1,000, and then I'm going to submit it to YouTube for video review, manual review. Somebody's actually got to put eyes on it and look at my channel and all that stuff, and then we'll hopefully get monetized. They said it could take up to a month. Hopefully it'll be sooner than that. And then we'll start seeing how the monetization goes. Oh yeah, the other thing I was going to show you. Did I show that? Yeah, I guess I did. I showed off the what is it? This North Modding Company. This John Deere fellow buncher. I just downloaded this and put it in my mod folder like literally a few minutes ago. It just came out today on the Mod Hub, so I haven't had a chance to look at that yet, but I will certainly check that out. Still haven't got our skidder back to the shop. I think it needs some repairs and a new blade. I downloaded FDR's new skidder blade, or plow blade, whatever he calls it. And in case you missed it, there's just a lot of stuff today. In case you missed it, I did test out the very latest Courseplay with, I believe I was over on the plantation. I had the newest Courseplay downloaded and activated, and when I went to hit save game, it sat there spinning and spinning. So Courseplay apparently still has some issues with game saving and stuff like that. So I don't think I'm going to be able to use Courseplay unless they get it fixed. And I'll continue to watch that and test it. And if it looks like it's going to work okay, then we'll do it. The only thing I hate is I'm not ever really sure if, because I've got my game to auto save every, it's either 5 or 10 minutes. But I'm worried that if the game locks up, then did it actually save anything or not? Because I don't think it does, because I've got not this one, but the plantation game save seems like I looked and it was set to auto save every 5 minutes. And when I was testing that Courseplay and had it active in there, the game, when I went to exit it, of course it tried to save and it sat there and spinning. And I had been working on planting that field for quite a while. I mean, well more than 5 or 10 minutes, and it wiped it all out. So I'm guessing that even if you have autosave turned on, if something's preventing the game from saving, then it just doesn't save at all. So unfortunately lost a good bit of work, but it wasn't really a huge deal, because I'm actually kind of glad that it did, because what happened was, you'll see this when you see the next high speed, the high gear clear for the plantation. But I got a bar that goes across the back of the tractor. You can hook up to 3 tree planters, and I had 2 hooked up. I left the middle section out just so the spacing was a little better. But anyway, as I was going along there, I had the tree planters turned on, and I guess when I went kind of down in the ditch, it actually planted a couple of trees in the road. So I'm kind of glad that I was able to, you know, that didn't get to stay there, because I would have had to have waited until they got to the first cuttable stage and then cut them. But and I tell you what, I was planting. You'll see them when you watch the plantation high-speed video. But I was planting in that field that was already cut over, that had a bunch of bushes and stuff. Man, it was hard to see where I'd been or hadn't been. I just sort of had to guess, and there's going to probably be some bare spots in there and some spots where there's too many trees, but it's alright. We'll make it work. Yeah, I wasn't really sure if I was going to continue on with this. We'll call it original Bear Rock map, because you know the other one we're playing on's got the snow on it. But I don't know. I had already done so much work over here. We'll just keep going for a little while. And really, I'm probably not going to play all that much on the Bear Rock version that has the snow, just because the snow is pretty cool, but I don't know. It's kind of a pain to deal with sometimes. If the machines and vehicles and stuff aren't set up right, they get really slippery. And that snow's pretty thick. And I remember over on Farming Simulator 17, I was playing on a map called, I think it was the Abandoned Forest. The snow was really deep, and I was having problems with the machines, like getting high-centered and stuff. And so I'm probably not going to play all that much on the snow. We will from time to time get back over there on that map, though. But I you know, we don't get snow here in Louisiana much, so I'm sure the folks that live up in the parts of the country that do get a lot of snow, I'm sure you get tired of snow after a while anyway. But we'll play a little bit on, you know, the other snow map here for a while, and then move on to something else, I'm sure. I'm hoping on the plantation to cut down all the trees over there. We'll see what happens, but on the map like this, Bear Rock, there's probably no way. I think there's close to 40,000 trees on this map. I think it was 38,000 and something trees. Oh yeah, and we haven't even tried out our new log rack yet either. Need to try that out. I still haven't picked up that little bit there either. Yeah, so if you haven't caught this yet, I added this log rack in here, which is nothing more than some concrete beams or something in there. And I think I did decide to go with the Medill, so I think I'm gonna well, I'll tell you what, I'm just gonna sell that. We've already looked at that. We don't need to look at it anymore, so I'm just gonna sell that. Where'd it go? Oh, maybe we leased it. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. Okay. So we got the Medill ready to go. Got the log racks. I want to check those out. And so let's get back to the job site and get busy loading up a truck. And maybe if we can get in the next, let's see, we got about 36 minutes. Maybe we can get enough trees processed and loaded and get them down here and test out that log rack. I haven't even tested it out yet. That's how busy I've been with it, and just haven't had time. I know it's going to work. I made the log racks with those concrete pads or whatever that's under the little guard shack. So I know they have collisions and all that, but or at least I think they do. But I haven't had time to test it yet. So this is where Courseplay really comes in handy, just driving vehicles back and forth. In fact, I could have actually set it up to where it would sell the wood chips automatically and then drive back. And actually, it would sit there waiting for me to fill it up again, and once it fills up, it automatically takes off. It goes back and sells the wood chips again, but I think I'd rather have no Courseplay than Courseplay that crashes my game. This truck is getting awfully dirty. It doesn't seem to want to rain much in this game. The Farming Simulator 17 seems like every 2 or 3 days it would rain. But 19, it doesn't rain much. In fact, I've been playing on this map for, gosh, I don't know. Oh, look, actually, look. Tomorrow looks like it's going to rain. Huh, just happened to see that. But yeah, I played this map for several days, and it hasn't rained, I don't think. I'm pretty sure it hasn't. Which I guess, depends on where you live at. Like here in Louisiana, it really doesn't rain as much as you think. Now down in South Louisiana, it seems like it rains every day. My wife and I went down to New Orleans 2 years in a row. About a couple months ago. Well, not a couple months ago this year, but in June of 2017 and 18, we went down there. And it could be sunshine in 1 minute, and the next few minutes it could be thunderstorm or raining or just a little shower or something. It's crazy. It's right on the Gulf down there, so the weather is pretty unpredictable. It's like, wear shorts and short sleeves and then carry an umbrella. Or just get wet, I guess. But here in North Louisiana, it really doesn't rain all that much. When fronts move through and whatever, it'll rain, of course, but just normal day to day, it's either going to be sun shining or cloudy and overcast and possible rain or something like that. In fact, it's not terribly overcast right now, but I think we got some rain moving in this week. I think the game just saved right there. It kind of froze for a second. Okay, now let's see if we got any wood chips stored up in this beast. In case you missed it on Facebook or anything, if you don't do all that over there, D3 Machinery is working on the beast. He's got a cab actually that goes on top of the beast, where you can self-load, which is going to be really cool. In fact, it's well, I should have stayed in there. It's going to be on the back side, right back here, where these exhaust. I guess those are the exhaust, yeah, but I guess those are air filters or something. Anyway, where all that is right back there, that's where the cab's going to be. And then now he said the cab's not going to rotate, but when you're inside the cab, the camera rotates with your arm, your grapple arm, and you can pick up stuff on the ground. He said you can see really good, but I haven't had a chance to test it out yet. Okay, now why is this still doing this? Okay, there we go. 43%. Okay. All right. So we got. Oh gosh, that might be close to a load right there. Let me go ahead and process the rest of this. It's on the ground. I guess we need that. Will it not even let me cut? Huh. Alright, well, never mind about that. In between videos, I'll mod in some money and buy that land. In fact, I'm just going to mod in just enough to buy the land, and then we'll be right back where we're at, 308, 417, unless we get a load here. I completely forgot about not owning that land. Man, I'm just so excited about getting to 1,000 subscribers to get my videos monetized again. It's been a long process, that's for sure. When I first started this, it was, I think it was about July of, let's see, that would have been 2015 or 16. And back then, there was no limit or whatever on having your videos monetized. You could have one subscriber and still get your videos monetized. Why is it doing that? And so at that time, I had, just kind of getting started, and I remember I remember getting excited whenever I got 25 cents in my account. And I was like, woo! But so I guess it was maybe a year and a half ago, or maybe it wasn't this February, was it? I can remember now, everything kind of runs together sometimes, but not very long ago, YouTube made it to where you have to have 1,000 subscribers and so many watch hours per 12 months or something, I don't remember now. But I'm just excited because I think for what I do, just farming simulator logging, it's pretty limited. I do occasionally from time to time play American Truck Simulator. I need to get back on that. But for me, just doing farming simulator logging, I think getting to 1,000 subscribers is a pretty impressive task. I know FDR and all that stuff, but he does machines. I just do maps. People don't care too much about maps. If I did forestry machines, I'd probably have 1 million viewers. But yeah, I'm just excited. I'm looking forward to getting my videos monetized again. And I've said it 100,000 times, but when I finally get my videos monetized again and we start getting some money rolling in, then I'm gonna do just some random prize giveaways and things. I did one just for the fun of it. I guess it was maybe around Christmas time or something, and I gave away a Tiger Cat t-shirt and hat. And if you know Bobcat Logger, he actually won it just randomly. I had everybody put comments on that video, and then I used the YouTube random comment picker and his name popped up. But anyway, that's kind of fun. But I'm looking forward to that kind of stuff. You know, the main reason for me starting this channel is just to have a place for people to go to where they can watch videos like this and not have to worry about, you know, foul language and any indecent stuff, which YouTube really doesn't like anyway. In fact, I heard if you have cussing in the first minute of your video when you're going for review, then you're done. That's it. You do not get approved. Some people may not like that. Some may like it. I happen to be a bit neutral on it, but at the same time, I'd really rather not, you know, have all that language in videos. Because for YouTube and Google and all that stuff, it's all about the money. That's all it is. Their main income is from ads from other businesses. They figured that out a long time ago. And so if there's a lot of inappropriate stuff on videos, the advertisers don't want that because it's a reflection of their brand, and so they will pull their ads. And then that's what happened. YouTube said, okay, well, everybody's starting to pull their ads because of this inappropriate content that some people, not everybody, but just a handful, you know, it's like they always say, one person can cause the problems. Just takes one. But yeah, they changed all the rules up. Good grief. These trees, these things, they gotta, look at that, just slides right out of there. They got a mind of their own sometimes. Alright, let's quickly move up here and get this first bunk loaded. Oh yeah, we had plenty of trees, or plenty of logs. Wasn't quite sure. Sometimes it's hard to know. I'm just having the worst luck with getting this stuff loaded today. Not sure what's going on. All the pieces of logs are trying to slide out, and it's these little small pieces that's causing the problem. These big ones don't usually have a problem. I tend to get going too fast too, and that can for sure cause some problems. Oops. Well, I saw where, so who was it? It was Wood Meadow Farms is working on a motor grader, And I've heard some rumors that maybe D3 machinery is working on a dozer. So we could be having some pretty cool equipment coming along here pretty soon. We'll see. We need a good dozer. Unfortunately, FDR's right over there doesn't push anything other than, well, I guess it does push trees and stuff, but it doesn't do like, when I was working on the roads over there in Wilhelmina, it doesn't push that kind of stuff. It'll push pieces like this, and it is pretty cool as a plow function, but I'd like for it to be able to push rock and dirt and all that kind of stuff with those building materials. But I can't give away any of D3's thunder, but he's working on a really cool dozer. I've seen a little screenshot of it, and it's gonna be nice. Not sure, when it's gonna be ready or anything, but it's gonna be nice when it happens. Just have to trust me on that one. Alright, let's get to the sawmill. Yeah, I'm glad we had enough trees on the ground already processed and everything, because apparently, I didn't know this, but it was to me like if you've already got trees laying on the ground, it won't even let you process them unless you own the land, which is kind of silly, but good thing we had enough trees already processed. Yeah, so here's another truck that I worked on. I adjusted the horsepower and grip and stuff on this truck. It pulls up anything. I may have to go in and back that off just a little bit, but it's nice for when you don't have to worry about is it going to get up a hill or something. I don't want to get in too big of a hurry and dump my trailer over, because when the trailer goes, the truck also goes, and then you got to get something over there to pick it back up. And the dozer would actually do a pretty good job of it, but it would just take forever to get it there. I think I did see where FDR released the Hitachi Z240 or whatever it's called. It's another loader slash fellow buncher, I guess. I guess you could put a fellow buncher head on it. What he needs to come out with is a grapple saw. Just like a, I think he did it in 17, but there was just like you could load, your trailer with it, but if you needed to cut a end off or something, you could activate the saw. Well, this trailer is rocking. And I don't think you've seen it yet, but when you watch this next high gear clear for the plantation, you'll see I'm using the new John Deere, I believe it's a 540 G3, I believe is what that model number is. Anyway, it's a cable skidder, and it works really good. I have no issues with it whatsoever. The only thing is when you have the really biggest trees on this map or the plantation map, you can only really haul like 4, maybe 5 of them because it's just too much weight. But it's a really nice skidder, super nice. That turn right there is just about too tight. There's like 2 or 3 turns on this map that are on the verge of almost being too tight. For this trailer anyway. This trailer is huge, very, very long. This is another tricky one here. You gotta just about ride this guardrail. In fact, I just did. So you gotta ride that guardrail just to get around that curve. Which, you know, I really didn't test this because at the time I don't think I even had, well, I may have had a bootleg version, we'll call it, of this trailer. I think somebody had taken FDRs from 17 and converted over, but I did quite a bit of testing on this map with, first of all, trying to get the, what is it, the triple axle Hulk, I think it's called the Hulk truck, the in-game truck. I wanted to try to get it to haul the Ponzi Scorpion up the mountain. That was sort of my goal. If I could ever get that truck to haul that piece of equipment up the mountain, then I knew just about any truck could make it. And I can't remember if I ever did or not. I got close a few times, I know that, but I may have made it up there one time. And that's probably with trying, I may have offloaded the machine and, you know, reloaded it just to try to get it, up there. But anyway, if you get a pretty strong truck, it should have no problems, you know, getting that up there. Okay, let's see here. So I've got one, oh, I need to put one more rack in there. That's right, I forgot about that. Over on the Seasons version of this map, you'll see, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll see 6 actually over on the Seasons, I believe. I forgot I needed to do that. Anyway, this should be fine. We should be able to get it all in there. Oops, I didn't unlock the load. Looks like I need to put them a little closer together too. I spaced them, I believe, I'm not sure if it was this map or the Seasons, but I thought I spaced these things 4 meters apart. So that should, these are 5-meter cuts. That's not really enough. I need to put them just a little bit closer together, because you got to get them on there just right. Okay, I'll do that. I keep making all these changes to the map. I should have tested this. Oh well. It's close enough. They're not going anywhere. I mean, at least now they won't roll, you know, out into the yard or something. Unless you make just a huge mess of it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Like I'm doing with this. Oh my goodness. Good night. mess. Those didn't act right at all. And I guess in case you're wondering, the cell point that's invisible, it actually goes right to the top, or pretty close to the top of these back uprights right here where I got my grapple. Right to the top of those, or almost to the top. So you can stack them up pretty high and still sell them. You know, like sometimes on some of the maps, plantation usually, but here on Bare Rock, sometimes if you got a trailer full of logs, and before I put the log racks in, you just had to sell the logs right from the trailer, unless you offloaded them onto the ground, I guess. But sometimes, some logs would get stuck at the very top because they didn't sell. Well, that it shouldn't happen if you're offloading them, unless you stack them higher than these back bolsters, whatever you want to call them back here. Yeah, I guess I should have tested that before I released the map, but oh well. That one will probably still sell. Oh, we left a couple on there. So we'll get those off while we're here. Oops. So I mean, look at that. I could actually probably get one more whole trailer load of logs on there. It's that much room in there. But let's see how this works. It should sell them all. Yep. Got them. $82,000. So that's going to work out pretty good. And what I'll do is, if you're too worried about it, what I'll do is I'll move these log racks a little closer together, maybe like another meter over. So that'll be 3 meters in between instead of 4. And I might be able to squeeze one more in. I don't know. Or I could expand that out just a little bit to include it. But I like everything uniform and for it to look good and work good. So I'll probably adjust that. Okay, everybody, well, we're sort of about out of time for this special episode of our 1,000 subscriber mark that we hit today, or actually yesterday. But I probably will also have a video on Wednesday. I was planning on, I've got enough gameplay recorded for another high gear clear on the plantation, so I'm probably going to do high gear clear. I guess that'll be number 6. I think that's right. I'll probably try to put that together for Wednesday. So, guess I'll go ahead and get this truck back to the landing and sign off here for now. But again, I just want to say a special thanks to everybody who has subscribed to this channel, and continue to tell your friends and family about all this and spread the word. Because now that we're at 1,000, and once I get my videos monetized, and start getting some money rolling in, we'll do some random prize giveaways, hopefully some nice things. Just depends on how much money comes in, you know, that sort of stuff. But we'll see how that goes. But anyway, let's just continue to grow it from here. I mean, you know, let's not stop at 1,000. Let's keep going. Let's hit 1,500. Let's hit 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever we can get to. You know, I'm just going to continue to do videos and put out the same kind of content, and hopefully be doing some new stuff in the future. I want to get back into some American Truck Simulator, and once Lumberjack Simulator comes out, I'll be playing that most likely. I was in on the very start of that, so I'm gonna keep following that along, and I'm sure that guy will continue to make it better and better. We'll see. But there's lots of good things to come. Lots more maps. I'm working on my 4X map. I haven't put a whole lot into it lately because I've been working on the Bear Rock Seasons and stuff, but the 4X map is coming along, and I've already got another map started after that one. And then there's also the potential of me and Serious Mods teaming up to do a map. So we've got one in mind. It's sort of in Serious Mods ballpark, or balls in his hand right now. So we'll see how that goes. But lots of good things to come. So y'all keep watching, and y'all have a good rest of the week. We'll see you again on Wednesday, probably with the Plantation High Gear Clear, and then again on Friday we'll probably be back on Wilhelmina, I would guess, but we'll see how it goes. But anyway, y'all have a good rest of the week. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.